I've decided to have a quick conversation about the Extra card. And this is a card that claims to help you build credit history with a debit card. Is this for real? Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome 30Q Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to do an in-depth review of the Extra card. And again, this is a card that claims to help millions of Americans build credit history, even though the card itself is a debit card. And before I get into the nitty gritty here, let's first have an overview, a synopsis of the Extra card. Extra, in its own words, is trying to help the 100 million Americans who don't want or can get a credit card. And we all know that there are very few alternatives for establishing your credit other than with a risky credit card or with a loan. So Extra's mission is to make credit building safer, smarter, and more accessible for everyone. We really love the innovation here, especially the importance of accessibility. In other words, you have millions of Americans right now who want to get access to credit, who want to build their credit or rebuild their credit, and they can't get access to credit cards. So I think what we're seeing in our research is that Extra is trying to fill that gap. And Extra wants to become the first debit card that builds your credit history and earns rewards points just like a credit card. So they're trying to win on both fronts. So they want to help you build your credit, and they also are trying to help you gain rewards. One thing I want to say here is that as of the date of today's show, this Extra card, the Extra card, in our view, is still in beta mode. In other words, it's fully functional, but the if you have an Android phone, you can't really get on, you cannot download the app right now. You need to have an iPhone, so it's still in beta mode. But this is a company that's growing, and we're showing you right now on the screen. They are present on Facebook and Instagram. As of the date of this show, they're also on YouTube, but not they don't have a larger presence on YouTube. They're more present on Facebook and Instagram. So how does Extra work? I mean, at a glance, you just sign up by connecting your bank account, and Extra will give you a spending limit based on your real-time balance with no credit check. So when you swap your Extra card, the company spots you for that purchase and automatically pays itself back the next business day. And at the end of the business, at the end of the month, actually, Extra will total up all of your purchases and reports those purchases, those transactions to credit bureaus as creditworthy payments. I'm going to dig a little deeper here. It's more than that, but I will dig a little deeper here. So, in a nutshell, this is what Extra does. Now, I want you to stick around because I'm actually going to break down the key features, the key benefits, the eligibility criteria, and I'm going to do a quick compare and contrast between Extra and secure cars and tell you which one is the best, and then I'll give you our score. So now let's talk about the key features of Extra. So when you sign up for Extra, there's a lot of stuff that you can expect. First, you can build credit. That's the quintessential proposal of this card, right? You want to build credit, so you get the card. You can earn points, and the cool thing here is that you can keep your bank. In other words, you are saving money, and there is no credit checks. There is no interest fee, so there's no the whole notion of APR, the whole notion of cashback APR or balance transfer APR, all those things are gone. With Extra, you only have to pay a membership fee. I'll tell you very quickly what it is, but I just want to emphasize the fact that there is no credit check. So you will not have a hard pull or a soft pull for that matter on your credit. All right. And so how does Extra really make money? Most credit products make money from predatory interest rates, right? Hidden fees, and sometimes they also sell your data. The cool thing about Extra is that they don't do that. They actually, we love the transparency and the upfront model of their business. In other words, they only charge a flat monthly subscription rate starting at $7. And that way, Extra believes that they can give their members peace of mind by building their credit with the money they have and never have to worry about steep interest rates or their data being sold. Okay, so membership fee monthly starting at $7. Now the cool thing here is that if you try the service, let's say you try the service for 6 months, right, or 9 months. 6 months that will be a total of what? Total of $42. 9 months you're looking at $54. It's pretty cheap compared to the other alternatives we have there. If you get a secure credit card and you pay an annual fee or you pay an interest, that's a lot of cash. But extra, and because the thing with extra is you just want to build your credit. You don't want to stick around for 1 year or 2 years. No, you want to get it for 6 9 months. You just bring your credit score to a level that is acceptable to you, and then you're just out of there. All right. And we love the fact that there are other features that we love with extra that are worth recommending. So you have protection. So you want to think of extra as an added layer of security because they handle disputes or fraud before your bank account is affected in most cases. And they also offer fraud alerts. So they will send you a real-time notification for every purchase made with your extra card. And of course, the company works with a bank that is FDIC insured, so your cash is insured anyway. And extra compares very favorably to secure credit cards. In other words, extra really is not a secure credit card because it doesn't require you to deposit your line upfront. Okay, it doesn't conduct a credit check. I already said that. No hard pull, no soft pull. Extra doesn't charge you up to 20% interest that you sometimes have with secure credit cards. And extra allows you to actually bypass the limit that you have on your credit score because you're fronting your own line. In other words, when you go through a traditional secure credit card, you are limiting your credit score impact. Why? Because you are fronting your own line. With extra, you don't have that. I want to quickly talk about customer service. Customer service is extremely responsive, at least in our analysis, extremely responsive. And we love the fact that you can actually contact them through the website. You can actually contact them through Facebook and Instagram. They're very responsive on Facebook. You send them a message, they'll get back to you quickly. If you go through the website, it kind of works too, but based on our analysis right now, if you want to reach them, you want to contact them through Facebook. All right, very responsive team out there. And what are the key benefits here for if you have to sign up for extra tomorrow? What are the key benefits? So I've spoken to you about how does the card work, right? I've spoken to you about the key features. Now let's talk about the key pros, the key benefits. First, the the rewards. Think about it, the rewards. Most debit cards do not offer rewards everywhere you swipe and have no ability to build or establish credit. So Extra is really the first debit card that lets you earn both in real time. And Extra gives you the best parts of a credit card while spending the money that you actually have. And big banks don't do this with their debit card because they want to upsell you into a credit card, which makes them more money. And we love the fact that if you sign up for Extra, the whole process does not affect your credit score. Not at all, nada. And you can use your extra card anywhere MasterCard is accepted. And you can actually even use you can use your extra MasterCard even outside of the United States. Because as a matter of fact, anywhere that MasterCard is accepted, even overseas, everything is fine. Now, one thing you need to be very careful about, and I want to mention that, I've spoken about the fact that there are no fees with extra, right? There are no fees, but there are foreign transaction fees that apply if you use your extra card overseas. Very important to mention. Okay, and you can actually there is an extra difference when you think about extra. I want you to think about those four things. Four things. You can build your credit without debts. You can keep your bank account. There are no interest charges or surprises, and you get the best reward stores. Okay, so this is the kind of a quintessential proposal I want you to think about when you think about extra. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sort of Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about the extra MasterCard card. And let me now talk to you. So I've spoken to you about, I've given you an overview of extra. I've shown you how the card works. I've explained to you the key features and the key benefits of extra. Now let's talk about the eligibility criteria. How do you get the card? So to sign up for extra, you must be 18 years of age or older. You must have a social security number or an ITIN number. So that's ITIN is a taxpayer identification number, individual taxpayer identification number. That's for folks who don't have a social. If you are a foreigner living here in the States, you're working here, you're studying here, you want to get extra, you need to have an ITIN number, and you can get that through the IRS. You need to have a U.S. address where you can receive your extra card. PO boxes are not valid, very important, and you got to be a U.S. Canadian. You got to have a U.S. Canadian based bank account. And in the event that extra cannot verify your identity, they may ask you to provide additional details. It's very important. So again, the whole idea here is they need all that kind of info because they are really innovating here. Imagine that. They are the first debit card that builds your credit history and earns rewards points just like a credit card along with your existing bank account. So they need to actually ramp up security, identity, and other measures rather, to comply with a whole host of regulations, including money laundering regulations. Okay, so this is very important, and the application is very fast. It takes about 1 to 2 minutes, very fast. Now, it's important to understand that what the reason why you can be eligible more quickly rather, you can be more eligible. You can be eligible to extra quickly is because there are differences between extra and secure cards. See, if you think about it, secure cards generally will ask you for your social security number. They will do a hard check. They will a hard pull. They will check other stuff. But extra doesn't do that. So what is the big differences? What are the big differences between extra and secure cards? So extra, no deposits required, no interest or hidden fees. You have a full impact on your credit score, and you earn rewards points. Secure cards, they require deposit upfront. Okay, they charge up to 17, in some cases 24% interest. You have a limited impact on your credit score, and there are no reward points. So our score, after doing all the analysis, we have seen more pros than cons with extra. So our score for this card is 8.5 over 10. And we strongly recommend extra for building your credit. We believe this is innovative. This is a card that is innovative. The ability to actually increase your credit without having debt, this is pretty cool. It's an interesting proposition for millions of Americans because of the fact that debt can be a spiraling alternative. And if you can build credit without actually resorting to debt, that's wonderful. And we believe that extra is cheaper than a secure credit card. Extra is cheaper in some cases than some credit builder loans or apps out there, such as Self or Kickoff. We have actually reviewed Self and Kickoff, so we believe those are great alternatives also, but it really depends upon what you're looking for, your personal situation, and your goals, okay? And extra, we also recommend extra for building credit because it provides rewards. Think about it. It is very rare to have a debit card or even a secure credit card that offers rewards. And last but not the least, extra reports your credit transactions to credit bureaus every month. So this is pretty cool. And I want to give you some words of caution here. As of the date of this show, the app, as I said earlier, only supported iPhones because right now they don't support Android. So you can join a wait list if you have that kind of phone and you just want to use extra. So this is why we really couldn't give extra 10 over 10 or 9.5 over 10 because right now it is still in the works. And another word of caution is that the popularity of the product is still growing, but it hasn't garnered nationwide acceptance yet. So this is still a baby. Think about it. This is still the extra product is still a toddler. It hasn't started walking yet. It hasn't started like jumping around yet. It's still still crawling, it's still, so the viability of the business model is still in progress. What I'm trying to say here is that you have a new product that is very strong, that's very innovative, but it hasn't actually been around for, say, 3, 5 years and gained popular acclaim for us to say, you know what, this is a great product. And one thing we've also noticed in our research is that the social media follower count is still anemic. So even though Extra is claiming to have 15,000 members, they only have 3,000 followers on Facebook, which is 20%. It's a really this kind of engagement is a little anemic for such an innovative, I would say, product. And they have 9,000 on Instagram. Granted, all Instagram followers may not be customers, right? So the bottom line here is a great product, but you just want to pay attention to a few words of caution. All right, folks. This was it for today's conversation. I was doing an in-depth review of Extra, the Extra MasterCard, the debit card that can help you build credit. And I gave you an overview of Extra, how does it work, the key features, the key benefits, eligibility criteria. Extra, I did a quick compare and contrast between Extra and the secured cards, and I gave you our score of Extra, 8.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I will see you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.